Madumela Peng and a very warm welcome to Rise. Kalibizo ke se adimo ke mradi o hatlale. Jwale ka mehla ha ke mong ke tsamale noktula phindile le delisil. Going out into the big world and having a good career is a big deal. Fela re a tseba hore thuto ke karolo e bohlokwa tabeng ena. Ladies, do you remember the first job you got in your lives growing up?
Yeah, my first job, guys, was working at a bookshop. And the reason Tatalom Sevens ukuthi bengifuna ukubhala, bengifuna ukutshela izitori zabantu. So iCV yami beyithi ngoba bengana lutho yazi, bengana experience lutho. So ngamtshela umuntu umphathi wesitolo ukuthi yazini, I want to write and this is why I want to work in your bookstore.
Okay. Well, umsebenzi wami mina owokuqala kwakuama promotions engangiwenza ngesikhathi ngisafunda esikoleni. Kwakuyimali elula futhi esheshayo nje ukuyithola futhi kwanginikeza nje ithuba lokuthi ngiphume ekhaya bese mase ngiphumile ekhaya ngikwazi futhi ukuba ne-independence.
Mina bengivolunteer police station in Rock. So ngithola umsebenzi ngokuvolunteer bengiyi-school patrol.
Okay.
Yeah. Isikole abantwana besikole. Okay, mara bengingasi yabo abesingaphathi ibhamu no. Isiphatha nje amatoshi. Into engifundile lapha because benganamuntu osupervisor, you understand? So nje ngifunda ukuzidiscipline ukuthi okay, since nganamuntu let me just
wenza umsebenzi.
What's the nomsebenzi wakho pele ne? Ke hopola ntse ke batla nomsebenzi mara ha ke na CV because I was like 14, so ha no mthatlong hire. So ke hopola ke ya ho ntate mosona na le moshari. Ke re hey mamela go pompe msebenzi. What are you going to do for me? Get those files? I can type all of them for you. Umbatale this much per page. Okay, sure. I'm part of you know. But then looking back and having education, lead the skills is a very important part of the job process. Because I was 14, I'd never done anything. I got such a whack job. But now that I've got matric and now that I'm studying, the jobs I get are better. Jwale ke nahana hore ho bohlokwa hore o tsebe ntho e batlang ho etsa qetellong hore dintho tseo di etsang no di tsebe ho hlophisa for end goal eo ya hao. Fela ha ke tsebe ha re shebe pale ya ntaoleng in today's insert.
Into engayifuni engifuna ukuthi ngibalekele le yenza ukuthi ngifuna ukuyimela. Okokuqala ukuncenga i-boyfriend. Let's say ufuna ukuyofunda. Ngini bathi okay. Ukuthi ufunde mntanethu siyathanda but then asinamali bese wena ubone ngathi kini baba snacks or something ubone ukuthi okay nomunye ubhuti ongishelile and then owner i-company una this and that bese soqoma lo bhuti lo so uthi uku-relationship naye kuyi-boyfriend yakho ukuthi awumthandi yanithandani uyancenga ukuthi nje mangathola le mali leyo mangathola imali yokudla mangathola lezo impahla lezo uyancenga in that way. Masiloko sikhula ngisa ngimncane dala nginalento le ukuthi ngifuna ukwenza i-teaching so i-office admin nawo umsebenzi bengingathanda ukuyenza ngifila ngathi ngabe bekune center and then lapho ke banifundisa ukuthi maye ku-interview kumele uyenzeni mawufuna umsebenzi i-CV like kube nomuntu othi lethana ama-CV wenu nginicheckele nona ukuthi a-right na ukuthi ningawahambisa.
Hi, I'm Kalani. Good to meet you. Please accept.
Thank you.
So, Darlene, you're talking about being a teacher and also you loving the office admin. Why do you think you like teaching?
I think I want to do teaching because I love working with children and educating them.
When you say you love like office admin, how did you come about loving it?
The passion came from helping people and the way that they talk. It's when they answer phone, hey, that's when the communications, hello, and then that's all of that.
But then being an admin person, that has to do with you working almost maybe with 2 or 3 people. That means it's you and the paper and the phone and the computer and that's it. When you come to our center and do the WOW program, which is a lot of work program that we offer, we'll do a psychometric test. And the psychometric test basically, it's a tool that we use to capture or to show you back as to what are some of the strengths that you have, your personalities, okay, and what are some of the things that you know and master, and what are the gaps.
Ngaba ne future engcono kakhulu mangaba nomsebenzi ngoba ngizokhona ukuthi ngizimaintain mina ngalo msebenzi lo ngizobe ngiyenza.
So guys, have you applied for a job that needs you to have experience, but then you didn't have a job beforehand to give you that experience?
You know, botata botlaka hore re le batho ba batjha nkare re feel like re deserve mesebetsi just because ke na le degree, just because mo ka ke mamang motho tsantsa mphe mesebetsi fela ha o soka o sebetsa o sna di skills o soka o itlhopha. Nobody knows work ethic ya how e jwang, nobody knows what tshepahala, so motho a ke so fifela mesebetsi. So I sort of understand why you can't just get a job even though una le experience, you know.
Ngiyakuzwa lapho kodwa mina ngikhumbule ngisafunda enyuvesi. Kwakufika isikhathi lapho khona kwakumele ngiphume enyuvesi ngenxa yokuthi babengenayo imali yokuthi bakwazi ukungiqhubekisa esikoleni. Kulowo nyaka lo sengiphumile enyuvesi kwakumele ukuthi ngizame ukuthola umsebenzi ebengengikwazi ukuthola ngenxa yokuthi ngangenayo experience before stepping into the job market. So what I decided to do was to get into an internship eyayikhokha imali encane for about 6 months kulowo nyaka lo. And yes, it was tough and it was low paying, kodwa I was able to receive the skills and the experience that would be able to assist me once I'd finished university and actually is assisting me now in terms of the career in which I'm working in.
Mina ngisaba ukuthi njengabantu abasha sometimes we would be exploited, and the thing is angifuni ukuthi senze umsebenzi just for imali and imali encane futhi at that. I think if we have a direction, siyazi ukuthi mangiqedile lo msebenzi, what am I going to do next? Then we can start talking about getting jobs that are low paying.
Engithanda ukukholwa mina ukuthi imisebenzi ikhona, you understand. Take foreigners, no, sibabiza my friend like ekhaya bona abamind ukusebenzela for 100 rand, you know, maka thina ngapha uyakhala nge100 rand soyenza 100 rand soyenza ncane, you understand. So abacabanga ukuthi besides imali khona iskill abazozuza, you understand. So sibuze i-audience ethe ukuthi bona kumele bazilungiselele kanjani ukuze bathole imisebenzi. Iyo imibuzo ke asitholile ukubona. Eyokuqala ithi zibuze wena phambi kwesibuko imibuzo. 2, qiniseka ukuthi izimpahla ozigqokayo ziyabukeka. 3, bheka internet ukuze uthole ulwazi. 4, uza abantu abanolwazi nge-interview imibuzo ozohlangabezana nayo. 5, qiniseka ukuthi i-self-esteem yakho iphezulu futhi uzithobe. Masibuya ku-break sizohlangana no-Millicent Maroha from the Old Mutual Foundation. Ningayindawo.
Sometimes umuntu will go into a specific job or a career and then realize ukuthi I actually don't like this. Akekho umuntu ofuna uqasha umuntu negative.
Welcome back. Our guest this evening is Millicent Maroha, osebenza kakhulu nabantu abasha kwi-skills development. Ma'am Millicent, unjani?
Ngikhona njani sisi?
Ngiyaphila. Sijabule kakhulu ukuthi ube nathi namhlanje ebusuku ukuze sikwazi ukukhuluma nge-job preparedness. Na mbuzo wami wokuqala ukuthi i-skills development program that's offered by corporates basiza kanjani abantu abasha ukuze sikwazi ukusilungiselela ukuze sikwazi ukuthola umsebenzi?
Ama-corporates offer ama-program ahlukile for intsha in terms of job preparedness. The most common one, ama-learnership, where umuntu on a metric, ideally, they look for umuntu on a metric, mara ongana qualification beyond metric. Bamsiza ngokuthi bamnike i-practical experience and also bamnike ne-theoretical training kulo msebenzi loyo o relevant for that specific company. Na into emnandi ngama-learnership ukuthi uthole training, uthole experience, on top of that uthola ne-stipend, okuyimali nje encanyana ukuthi kusize ukwazi uhambe, ukwazi ukuba nemali ye-transport, ukwazi ukuthi uba nawe ube nemali ukuthi at least ukwazi ukuthi ube ne-allowance during that training period. Ama-learnership ayahluka-ke, khona we-12 months, khona we-18 months. With e-learnership, into mele uyikhumbule, which is very important, is that as much as you've been given the opportunity to utole experience, it doesn't guarantee ukuthi the corporate is going to then give you full-time employment. Kodwa you're going to walk away with a skill and a qualification, which gives you advantage ongena ku-market. So that's one of the programs akhona. Amanye-ke ekhona ejwayelekile i-internship. I-internship is usually for umuntu one-qualification, mhlambe ose ayile wafunda beyond i-metric, mara odinga a practical experience. That's when a company will say, come, work with us for a period of time. You can gain an experience working with us. You might then get opportunity to go to employer yile company leyo or mhlambe for employment ngaphandle. So those are the most two common programs most corporates in South Africa offers for young people abanganamsebenzi.
So ngicela ungichazela kahle ukuthi what's the difference between a job and a career?
So a job is something that you do to generate income, but also a job is something that can grow into a career.
Yes.
So the two are quite interlinked in a sense that omunye umuntu angaqala ayenze umsebenzi othize, so you'll work as a receptionist and eventually you grow into that particular role and you make a career out of it. So the difference between the two is that a career is something that is long term and say, what do I want to achieve for myself long term? And also a career idinga ukuthi umuntu abe ne certain special skills. So if you're going to be a doctor, that would be a career because it's a specialized skill. But as a job is something that you would do as a starting, as something oqala ngayo, but you can actually have a job as you are working towards your specific career. So the two are quite interlinked.
All right. So in terms of our personal passions, how do these form a part of us being able to choose a job or a career in Empilweni?
In terms of our personal passions, that plays a big role. It plays a big role, but sometimes umuntu will go into a specific job or a career and then realize, I actually don't like this. I did this because maybe you go to maths and science, so I did engineering, but this whole thing of being an engineer, it doesn't excite me because I'm a creative person. I like color, I like engaging with people and so forth. So it's very important ukuthi mofuna a career look at the technical requirements of the career, but also look at you as a person and my attributes. Because if you're someone who's bubbly and you're very creative, you express yourself in form of arts, drama and so forth, you need to be very careful and not move into a career where it's very controlled and it's protocol and everything is structured, but you will not fit into that environment and you are going to be very frustrated yourself.
So, we often hear about hard skills and soft skills. Soft skills?
Yeah. So soft skills are skills where relating to, for instance, your personality. It's skills relating to interpersonal skills, how you engage with people. It's skills around your positive attitude. Negative. So soft skills are very much important.
So, if a person osanda ukuphuma esikoleni, what is the types of skills and experience that they should put ngaphakathi kwi-CV?
So the most important thing you need to put in your CV is your attributes. As a person, are you a self-starter? Are you motivated? Are you someone who's innovative? Because if you think about us as human beings, some of these skills, you don't have to wait to be 16 to have them. So the general rule is between 2 and 3 pages of your CV. It's rather difficult if we experience any with in 2 to 3 pages. But the most important thing, it's your contact details, your email address, because we need to get hold of you.
So in terms of Msebenzi, what role does Isingesi play within the job market?
English is the official language of doing business in South Africa. One thing that young people need to remember, your command of the English language, it should not discourage you from saying, I want to get a job and I want to do well at my job. So it might be a limitation for now, but don't make it a limitation for life. So gaps, assess yourself, where my gaps are and how can I improve the English language. But also something else to remember is that in South Africa we have 11 official languages. So there are certain jobs that require people who are proficient in isiZulu, in Setswana and so forth. So when you work for a call centers now offers opportunities or ama channels where you can actually engage with someone who speaks an African language. So look at that as well as a point of strength. Maybe as I'm learning in English, let me look at an opportunity where I can actually put my Zulu into good use.
So with that said, Ekhona, that's actually from our Rise Young Ladies, Abakhona in the audience. And the first question engifuna ukukubiza yona ukuthi how can I earn money while I'm studying?
So while you're studying, grade 10 is the critical grade. Alaga grade 10, aluk volunteer grade 10, aluk involved in other activities eskoleni, but you can earn money while you're working. First of all, you can actually negotiate nabazali bakho ukuthi okay, I will do these things, ngicela i-allowance. So that's one way. Instead of ukuthi allowance all the time, make a commitment, because now you begin to learn a contractual relationship between employer and employee, except in this case, it's you and your parents. You can also earn an income by going to work, mhlambe espaza shop, the local spaza shop, I'm doing accounting, can I help you with books and so forth? Ngoba lokishini, there are so many small businesses, and we never think of them as potential employers. So that's where you start. And of course, you can sell sweets. Be entrepreneurial. Some of the greatest entrepreneurs, but they're very good at doing fashion clothing. So start there. So just be creative in the space that you're in, and don't say, no, I can't get to town and go and find a job. Look around your community and find an opportunity in that space.
Thank you so much for joining us namhlanje kwi-Rise. Siphendelele imibuzo about job preparedness.
Thank you for inviting me.
When we come back, we will find out what's in our toolbox. So stay tuned.
Siyanibingelela futhi ekhaya. Our multiple choice question was, what is considered a soft skill in this list? A, punctuality, B, math, or C, writing? And the correct answer is A. Sisley, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. It's such a pleasure to have you on our show once again.
Thank you.
So I'm going to take 2 questions from our Rise young woman.
Okay.
2 questions, please, guys. First round. Yes.
Ngikubuza ku grade 10 obviously ngizochoose ama subjects lama subject lawo azohambelana ne career engizobe ngifuna ukuyenza. So is it possible ukuthi mangifaka grade ku varsity ngiwa change?
Bengicela ukubuza ukuthi let's say for instance ku grade from grade 10 wenze e-commerce, and then bekufika ku after school, after grade 12, then you decide ukuthi you want to be an accountant, and go e-commerce when the maths lit. Is it possible ukuthi bakuphe i-test pure maths ukuthi bazokutest ukuthi are you fit enough ukuthi uze uzokwazi ukuthi ube accountant?
So into yokuqala, I think both of your questions, ne? Ukuchoose ama subjects esikolweni is very, very important. Okay? You need to be very clear ukuthi subjects that you are choosing, how many options are they giving you? So for your first question, it is possible ukuthi ungachinja, but you must understand that you cannot do history and other subjects and then want to do medicine, because the requirement in medicine is that you do sciences. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yes, you can change. The answer to your question is that you can change, but what you can change to is going to be limited by the number or the kinds of subjects that you took, which is linked to your question. You understand? Maths lit is basic maths literacy. Pure maths is something else. Okay? So you may need to do kukhona amanye ama pre-courses. Okay? You may have to take other maths courses, not even a test. Because remember, if you choose maths lit from grade 10, it means 3 years of schooling. You have not done pure maths in grade 10. You have not done pure maths in grade 11. You have not done pure maths in grade 12. And lama subjects, lawa, they are building blocks, particularly in maths. What you learn here, you're going to build on it here, you're going to build on it here. So you can't just say, okay, just give me a test to see. You have missed almost 3 years. So mhlawumbe you will have to then say, okay, ngifuna ukwenza e-commerce, ngifuna ukuba i-accountant, but I'm going to have to take some pre-courses, the maths, and spend maybe a year or 2. And in that way, you'll have to determine whether or not you still want to do e-accountancy or you want to do something else.
Omunye umuntu? Yebo sis.
Since from grade 10 ufundela ukuba yi-social worker, then mawufika ka grade 12 waphasa kahle, bese waye varsity, qeda lapho ke so ufuna ukuba yi-social worker, so waphasa vele nase varsity waba right. Mawufuna ukuba yi-social worker, do I need ama connections ukuze ukuthi ngibe yi-social worker?
I think we cannot deny that in some instances we do hear ukuthi umuntu uthola umsebenzi, but they may not have even been qualified for that job. Ungene ngoba wazi uzibani bani. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to deny ukuthi yenzeka. And in fact, those things should not be happening. That is not how people should be getting jobs. But the other thing, futhi, where I am saying sometimes it's a myth, it's like, see, I call leyo nto, but it's not true, is the fact that sometimes you don't get a job for various reasons, even when you've got qualifications. Unoguti, and I have seen it because I do also sit in interviews. Ungathola ukuthi umuntu unama qualifications wonke, but the soft skills, punctuality, the way umuntu egqoke ngakhona. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way is presenta ngakhona. So umuntu mhlambe unama qualifications kudala ya kuma interview, but because abamthathi uzophuma athi hayi lapha ya kusho ukuthi kufanele ukuthi kube nomuntu omaziyo. And siyayikholwa leyo nto because we were not with her in the interview process.
So Sis Lebo, any closing reflections for this episode?
A job is more than just, I've got a degree, I've got a certificate, I've got this qualification. Yeah. The second thing, I think there are so many opportunities. Engibona ukuthi young people don't even want to consider them because they are not seen as cool. You know, they are not seen as ngifuna ukwenza into ethize. But the most important thing about finding a job is a lot of people, particularly first-time job seekers, they don't read. I'm always fascinated when young people walk into Soul City bazofuna umsebenzi, and some of them don't even know what Soul City does.
Yeah.
And the other thing, and I think that one is also to do with our upbringing, particularly for young women, and I struggle with it too, okay, is being able to sell yourself. In the world of work, particularly when you apply for a job, and I'm not asking you to be arrogant, I can replace you, Namanje, I know better than you. But it is being able, particularly as a young woman, to get there and say, this is why I think I am the best person for the job. And everybody else that has found a great job will tell you, it is that confidence, it is that ability to be able to say, this is what I'm good at, that attracts people to you, to be saying, with a confidence, you know, you're not coming and saying, no. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I know, even myself, I struggle with it because we are not taught that.
Thank you so much, Sis Lebo, for your always wise words. And thank you to our Rise Young Woman. Sure. So, guys, I think I'm going to have to redo this whole job search thing. You know, I think for me, the biggest takeaway from this episode was really how much we limit ourselves as young women and as young people. We think just because I'm studying A and B, I have to stick to this one thing instead of expanding our horizons and trying new things all the time. So what are your guys' reflections from the show?
That's true. There was difference between a job and a career. So I've learned a lot. Ufuna income and then career into ithandayo mara yona ithatha isikhathi.
It's been great, guys. Kitarata ho leboha Mam Lebo, our Rise Club audience, my darling co-host, and of course every single one of you at home. Oske wa lebala ho tla hape beke e tlang ha tla be re bua ka taba tse ding tse bohlokwa tse re amang. O re tshware ka mtato ho Mixed Reach ha mmoho le Facebook. Hi baby rock.
Woof, woof.